Hello, my precious little pumpkins. How are y'all doing today? Hello, Chesborgers. Yeah, I got 37. It was quite the run. It made me very happy. Also, apologies, I'm dealing with more technical issues. I've been dealing with a lot more lately, and I'm sorry about that. There we go. My mouse's polling rate settings have been really weird lately. Know what I mean? You hope I get past 50 soon? I don't know if I'm going to. I know, Chesburgers, you're like, it's kind of weird to see like, oh, let's go through my list of my longest term supporters. And you're there. You're like second. The only person you're behind is like my IRL friend, so he has like a bit of an advantage. Oh wait, let me show you guys something. This is beautiful. Hold on. Oh, ignore my shitty camera. But let me show you this. This is beautiful, everyone. You can thank Kiru for this trick. Look at this. Kiru sent me like a guide on how to downgrade my GD version, so now I have Geode. Good luck with every end. Just so you know, I will be there for your completion. Thank you for the that's your 5th month, Chesburger. You're insane. "5 months of being a Verdant Viper, you're crazy, dude. I really appreciate your support. I might release like a mini tutorial, but at the same time, Geode is probably going to update in the next like 2 days, so I don't think it really matters. I think you guys can live another day. But it is nice, because now I can practice. Now I can play every end. Yeah, I had to downgrade. No, start position switcher. What I don't like about Mega Hack's version is that it doesn't always work. There we go. Yeah, come on, you newbies. You can deal with no Mega Hack for a few more days. Y'all didn't understand what pre-Geode, the pre-Geode era was like. Nah, I'm not that big of an old head. You're already... You may have made your subscriptions public now, so it like re-registered it. I don't know. I'm gonna be practicing the end of the level today. I want a new best to 100. I want to either match my current best to 100, which is 76, or get a new best. Congratulations on reaching Joxy. Oh my god, Doxy. Thank you, plus or minus. I appreciate that, especially from you, Mr. Every End Victor. I need to practice the ending though. Like I've been playing the beginning so much that I am so beginning of the level carried. Like, I probably can't even hit 76 to 100 right now. I think I can hit 88 to 100 as long as I don't choke on these last two frame perfects. Ooh. Almost died to the triple. Oh yeah, did you see the new Mega Hack update? Like, why does it look like this? I don't like it. I don't really like the new look of it. It kind of blows. Maybe I could do that. That's a bit better for me. Because I don't like the scroll menu. But it's still so small. You don't use Mega Hack? That's okay. It's pretty much just if you use Eclipse, which is like the free alternative. It's just they've updated it recently, and I don't really like the UI change. I think they added more menus and stuff, but it doesn't look great. Does Kiryu know I got 37? Of course he does. He's like the first person to know that I got 37. He wasn't there, but you know, he got the message like instantly. It's okay if you use Eclipse. I used it for a bit on like my vacations. It's pretty good. I hate that jump, by the way. I don't know how Kiryu and Plus or Minus just don't really care about that jump at 93. Like, they've never complained about it. But I'm like sitting here thinking that jump is stupid bullshit. It's a frame perfect, but like it's a stupid frame perfect. It sucks. I hate everything. I forgot to ping, didn't I? I forgot the fucking ping. God damn. I always forget one thing when I start stream, and the thing I forgot today was pinging my Discord server. So give me a second. Thank you for reminding me, Lays, even if you didn't mean to. It's one of the worst and scariest jumps. Okay, thank you. I needed to hear that. I just needed to hear that because that jump... Oh, I hate that jump so much, dude. I'm glad I'm not, like, just crying about it. It actually is just an annoying jump, you know? Kermal was beating your ass today? Did you call the police? You shouldn't do that. Half the victors died at 93? Really? I don't think that was the case. I thought they all died to 94. You made no new progress on Kermal. All right, Boxy, I'm gonna be real with you. No one's gonna understand because they don't want to play every end. Kermal is the hardest part to learn. It's the easiest part in the level, but it's the hardest part to learn. Kermal's part, when you first play it, you're gonna have no idea what the fuck you're doing. All the jumps are gonna feel like bullshit. But then once you learn them, Kermal's part becomes the easiest. So don't beat yourself up about getting your ass kicked at the beginning. Remember, just because a part is easy doesn't mean you can pick it up easily. It just means you can play it easily. That's too late. You deep bed. You. Oh my god, dude! I can't read today. I almost said you deep bedlock. You beat deadlock. Good job. Good job. You beat what people argue is the hardest main level. I disagree, but it's still a great accomplishment. Be proud of yourself. Too late. Oh, dude, that jump. The jump is too fucking annoying, man. I know I'll get consistent at it eventually, but like that jump is so annoying. I cannot express to you guys how annoying that jump is. I have the visual cue. I'm using your visual cue plus or minus. It's just, remember, I haven't played 88 to 100 in so long. I haven't played this part consistently at all. So like, I keep messing up that indicator. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of like messing up the 5% jump where it's like, I have an indicator. It's just sometimes I don't hit it unless I just do it consistently. I just need to force myself to play this part over and over again until I really get that jump. Remember, you taught me the visual cue to use. That's too... Ooh, I thought that was late. There's no way I just died to that. I told Kira this, and it's the truth. I will find a way to die to every single jump in this level. No matter how easy the jump is, no matter how free the jump is, I will find a way. Not from zero per se, but like when practicing this level, I will find a way to die at every jump. For example, that one. And that one. Like who died to these jumps? I've gone past it though. Like I don't really get angry at myself anymore because I've just come to terms with the fact that I am that kind of player. That I don't focus hard enough on like the slightly hard jumps. I only focus on the really hard ones, and that's always been a detriment for me. There we go. I've been playing since I was born. Yeah, exactly. You guys got it right. Why am I just so bad at this jump all of a sudden? That's not a hard jump. Why? Which one of you spiked my drink this morning? Why are you still using a mouse? Because people told me to try to use my Sayo earlier, and I don't like it on every end. I prefer my mouse on every end. And my mouse has almost the same polling rate as a Sayo device. Like, this is a really high-end mouse that I'm using, so the polling rate isn't the problem. And also, if I'm playing any level with spam, I am gonna use the Sayo device. Every end does not have spam, so I can use the mouse, you know. That's too early. Wow. Isn't that the jump fucking Kiryu died to in his like 33 to 94 run? I think that's the jump he died to. And that jump's not even a frame perfect, I don't think. Yeah, that one's not a frame perfect. It sucks ass. So I can understand why he died to it. I think it's not a frame perfect because of like frame alignment shit. I think with like CBF or higher ones, that jump is a lot harder. Whoa, Chesburger. I appreciate that you believe in me like that hard. It's gonna take a while to get 3 runs, I think, because I need to get 67 to 100, which is probably the easiest of them. And then I need to get, what, 33 to 67, which I've never done. So the last 2 runs I need to get it in 3, I've never done. I've gotten runs close, but not like, you know, close but no cigar.
67 to 167.
If you guys can't tell by how like weirdly inconsistent I am at these parts, like I die to the weird jumps, which I like. I'm glad that I'm dying to the weird jumps and not the frame perfects, because that means I know the timings I should know the most. But that also means I don't know the timings that I should have in my head already, you know? You know, don't sleep on the hard but not frame perfect timings. You see, you can't sleep on them or you'll do stuff like that. Oh, hello, attempt 30. Holy early, bro. Sorry, I was entranced by the fact that in the middle of that run, I just got to see the attempt 30 text in the way. Focus like limbo? I need to play Serve's part more. Like, these are some weird ass jumps to die to. Also, what the fuck was Mindcap thinking? Putting these start positions together. Why is there one at 76 and then 79? Only 3% apart. And he did the same thing at like 14% and then 18%. Too late. Apparently I got that timing all wrong, dude. That was so early, bro. That was like beyond early. That was literally the early bird that got the worm right there. Okay, that was corny as shit. I'm sorry. I'll just go jump off a bridge. '93, '94 both have frame perfects though. Not trying to justify me dying there, but like 93 is a frame perfect, 94 has 2. So 93, 94 are like the last choke points in the level, I'd say. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like 93, 94 are the last like kind of percents that are gonna make you super nervous. Obviously 99 will, because there's a frame perfect at that. But I feel like if you're good enough to get to 99, you will most likely get past it without problem. Keyword is most likely because I'm pretty sure someone died to it. It's rough, man. Why did they put one at the end? That's so mean. Too late. Oh man, that jump was so hard. But does 141 with 480 FPS make it harder? No. So a frame perfect in Geometry Dash means a 60 hertz frame perfect, meaning when you play the level on 60 hertz, you only have one frame to jump on it. Technically speaking, if you increase your frame rate, like let's go from 60 to 240, there's actually a chance that the jump becomes easier in that you have more frames to work with because, you know, one frame on 60 hertz is equivalent to 4 frames on 240, but because of Geometry Dash and alignment and stuff, you might actually have extra frames on 240. That being said, let's say you turn on CBF, you might actually have worse. Like plus or minus might be able to chime in here, but CBF can actually make jumps harder than like a 60. Like they can actually technically, they could turn a 60 hertz jump into a 120 hertz jump. And technically it could turn a jump that's actually, it could actually make a jump easier because of frame alignment. CBF does obviously mean you can click on between frames, which is better, but it also means the gap that you have to actually perform the jump might actually shrink because of frames. It's really interesting. I wanted to make a video about it. I wanted to make a video about like why CBF can make jumps harder and why, you know, 60 hertz can make jumps easier or whatever. It's really interesting. Why do I have Hitbox Trail on? It doesn't make it harder. It actually can make it easier because there's a concept, the concept of frame alignment, meaning like when the gap in which you're supposed to perform the jump is like a measurement, is like a more, I guess, accurate measurement. Like you have 0.1 units to make this jump, right? But sometimes your frames won't align well on it, or they'll align really well on it to where even though you only have like what, let's say 0.05 seconds to do the jump, you might have 2 or 3 frames to work with instead of, you know, 2. CBF is like, no, we don't care. You're jumping on the like distance you're at, not the frame you're on. It's kind of weird. It's really complicated, and I'm obviously not educated enough to talk about like the inner workings of CBF, but I guess for the general viewer or in people like me, the best way to interpret CBF is infinite frames. Even though that's not really what it is, but just imagine it as so, you know? And obviously the more frames you have, the more steps you can jump on, which means technically you might have actually less time to jump than on 60 hertz because, you know, the steps in which you can actually perform a jump on 60 hertz are much larger than 480 or 240, which means you do get a little more time actually because you might get an extra 60 hertz frame. Again, it's like, it's really hard to explain without like drawing it out, you know? But yeah, it's really cool. It's a good question, you know? Someone even asked me, it's like, does CBF make 60 hertz jumps obsolete? And it's like, not necessarily, because we measure 60 hertz jumps with 60 hertz, not CBF, you know? But in a way, yeah, you know, CBF can make 60 hertz jumps actually not 60 hertz, or they can turn 60 hertz jumps into even harder jumps. Oh, dude, I messed up that timing. I don't have my go percent thing. What the hell is this? Hey, a raid is a raid. Thanks for the raid, man. I don't care how many viewers you bring in, the fact that you rated me, I really appreciate. What's the mod I'm looking for? Go percent. Or go indicator. And then let's get golden best too. Should I put on my heart rate monitor? I don't know if you guys want that, because all you guys do is make fun of me for my heart rate. I know it's a high heart rate. I'm sorry. I can't control it. I have a bad heart. I'm like the Grinch, bro. My heart's like 3 sizes too small. Oh, it saved all my things. Why is my go at 68%? Let's just not ask questions. Say, what's a good go percent? Say 82. Go 6-7. I don't watch Connix, I'm gonna be honest. You guys can kill me for that, but I don't watch Connix. I watched one of his shorts recently, and it's like, I can see why I don't really watch him. No disrespect to the, you know, content though. It was entertaining enough for me to click on the video. It's just kind of like one of those YouTubers who's like, it's not really my thing. But yeah, I don't really watch a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't watch a lot of GD YouTubers. I know, shocking. That's probably why I'm not a popular GD YouTuber, because I don't talk to anyone in the GD community except for, like, Kiru. I should probably get more engaged with it. But I don't know. I'm, like, broke as hell, so I can't do donations to get anyone's attention, you know? So I'm just chilling. Oh, dude. I'm getting a lot better at Starkey's part, though. I forgot. I labeled the parentheses is where the percentage is. I forgot. Not what I'm going from. I find it really weird that there are two 120 hertz frame perfects in this level, and they're both in, like, I don't know, it's kind of weird to say. They're in weird spots. Why is there a 120 hertz in Panuto's part at 5% and then Starkey's part at 71%? Like, why did they do that? I mean, they didn't mean to, I'm assuming. It's a stupid frame alignment shit, but, like, get what I mean. Since you are a Python with no opposable thumbs, how are you clicking? Well, snakes have tails. They can, like, whack it against the mouse. Like, not having a thumb doesn't mean you can't use a mouse. You won't be able to control the mouse well. But you can click, you know. Like, if you grab a stick outside, you can whack it against your mouse and it'll click. If you think about it, I'm not even really using my thumb to click at all. My thumb is only holding the mouse in place. Yep, there's the 120 hertz right there. I can't get consistent at it, unfortunately. Well, no, I can get consistent at it. I'm just not yet. I just need to get better. Well, I'm good at Starkey's part, I think. I am weirdly confident in my ability to do Starkey's part recently, but I think I just need to play it more, you know? I think my biggest flaw right now is that I'm not playing the ending enough. Like, yes, I'm playing the beginning so much. I got a new best. Like, I'm very happy. But I'm also kind of like, I'm like not consistent at Serve's part. I'm not consistent at Kermal's part. Like, I need to work on that. And also, even Q kind of pointed out, it's like, you need to get some, like, crazy runs. Like, well, not crazy runs, but he's like 55 to 88. And it's like, yeah, I'm surprised I haven't even gotten that run or even gotten close to that run yet. Because I think once I learn the ending, that opens up a bunch of new runs that I can get. Should I start from Kermal's part? Kermal's part? I think I can get from Kermal to serve a few times at least. And I think that'll help me with like just long runs that, because it's only 2 creator parts, you know? So early. Wow. Ugh. That was so early. But like, hey, I'm getting past Starkey's part. I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, anytime I get 67 to 79, I am a happy man. Because this is one part that I am scared of to play from like 0. I think Starkey, Kermal, and that's really it, are the parts that I'm still like scared of playing because of my inconsistencies at the parts. But I know I could do them, you know. We jump in galaxies now. What, you want me to jump to Andromeda? I love doing that, man. Get 61 to 100. I wouldn't go for 61 for 100, by the way. I'd go 55 to 100, but I appreciate the offer. I don't think that's going to happen today. I think today is just going to be more of me playing other parts of the level. Because I think all of you are tired enough of seeing Mindcap and Panuto and Left Unknown and Blitzer. Think about it, if I get 55 to 100, that beats Kiru's best to 100. Who dies to that jump? Why can't I raid you? Or why can't you raid me? You might be too small of a channel. I have raiding on YouTube. If it's on Twitch, if you're not following me on Twitch, then I think you can't raid me. And also on YouTube, YouTube rating system is really weird. A lot of people, instead of doing like a full raid, they'll just copy and paste like the stream link and then end stream, you know? Yes, it's Panuto. I mean, obviously I'll take if you guys bring more members to my channel, as long as they're not, you know, gonna cause problems. Oh man, the W pop-off raid. That was crazy, man. 50. You like my follow image? Yeah, I got raided by Pop-Off, but it wasn't during a good time of me playing GD. I was playing Quantum Processing at the time, and I was just not enjoying the game as much. So it's really unfortunate. I wish the raid, like, obviously I'm never gonna complain about getting raided by one of the most popular GD players of, like, this era. But it came at a time when, like, I was really just not enjoying GD, and I was on vacation, so it's like I didn't really have the energy to kind of keep myself up. Like, if it happened more recently, then it would be a completely different story, you know? You missed a lot. You were here during the time. I think you just weren't on the stream. And also, I didn't make a big deal about it, obviously. Like, you don't see a video on my channel that's like, I got raided by Pop-Off. You don't even see a short. Because it just happened, you know? It happened just out of nowhere. Like, during a Quantum Processing stream. Who even remembers me playing Quantum Processing? None of you here, I guarantee. Except for, like, maybe Voxy and Lays. And maybe you, Chesborger. But, like, it was during my Quantum Processing era. That's, like, most forgettable. That's the most forgetful era, I think, of GD for me. Now I just need to get raided by, like, Doggy or Zoink. Never gonna happen because they don't even know who I am. Like, I watched my first Zoink stream yesterday, by the way. And it's like, dude, they all have the viewers that kind of piss me off. It's like, when they're in the middle of the run, every one of the viewers is just, like, chirping. It's like, dude, just shut your mouth and let the dude play. He's trying to verify the level for you, and you guys are acting like they're good enough to play it. Whoa, that was late. I thought you were gonna quit 3 months ago. I pretty much did. At the time, I was dealing with a really bad kind of like mental or headspace. Not like edgy kind of bad, more so like I was very distressed. I wasn't depressed, anxious, or anything. I was just very stressed. And I think me overplaying Geometry Dash didn't help. And then I think at the time my viewership was like at its lowest. Like I was averaging probably 2 viewers a stream. No one was there. I wasn't gaining new viewers. And I was like, you know, I just need to stop playing GD. And obviously I'm back now, but that's because things have gotten just so much better in my life, you know? School's a lot less stressful. I'm still broke, but you know, that wasn't the source of my stress back then. I feel a little more rejuvenated to play it. And also, like, I've practiced some better, I guess, I don't want to say mental health techniques because it's like, it's fucking Geometry Dash, but I've practiced some, like, things that help keep my mind away from getting into that whole moody kind of, like, I'm pissed, I hate Geometry Dash kind of mindset. Like, I grew up with Asian parents, so I'm like slightly a perfectionist. So when I don't perform the way I think I should, I get really upset with myself. Like if you watch some of my old streams, like I would be so mad when I couldn't consistently hit like 30 frame perfects in a row, and it's like, why are you mad? Nowadays, it's like whenever I die, I just don't really care anymore. That's actually why my respawn time is so fast, is that it helps me kind of just not linger on the death. I mean, obviously I could be like, how did I die there, you know? What are these hitboxes? But, you know, it's not lingering in my head anymore. It's just kind of like a, damn it, kind of thing. Which really helped me. It's such a weird kind of psychological thing, because all I did was just say less words when I died, and that like made it so much less stress inducing. I would be like, I think honestly 2-3 months ago, if I was playing every end right now, I would be like fuming every time I died in Kermal's part. Now I just don't care anymore. Mainly because I think what makes me realize that I need to be lighter on myself is that I'm literally playing a level that only 7 people, at least 7 verified people, have beaten. Like, that is rather insane given this game has like millions and millions of players, and yet I'm trying to beat a level that only like, I think 30 people have a chance of beating or would have the will to play. Like a shift in mindset, you know? Stop being focused on how bad I'm doing and just kind of take a step back and realize what I've done in the grand scheme of things. Damn. Did she ever finish editing the Slime Rancher video? No. But don't like get on her case for that. She's busy, she's dealing with stuff with her roommate, and she's obviously working unlike me. So like obviously I don't really care that she didn't finish editing that video. You know. She's not obligated to do so, you know. She wanted to, but, you know, it's not like a, you have to get it done. Calling Sakupen Hell to Sakupen Hell to every end equivalent to Stereo Madness to TS2 is wild, though. It is a crazy jump I'm doing, though, I know. I have problems. Oh, I did the fucking Simma's death, bro. Or what's his name? Well, that wasn't Simma's death, but I died at 87, and that's where Simma's died. 87. Damn it. I feel bad for Simma's, bro. He's gotten so many good runs that have just come up short. He's gonna beat it soon, though, I hope. Yeah, Simmons has had so many runs past 50. It's crazy how many times he's died. It's so unfortunate. And so many Korea Core deaths too. Like, that must be brutal. I think he plays with CBF, and it kind of shows with how he has some kind of weirder deaths. He's got it in the bag, though. Like, we know he can do it. And he knows he can do it. He just needs to do it, you know? It must be so heart-wrenching to get 70% of the way into the level and then just die so many times there. And look at me. I'm like suffering and struggling at 23%, and this dude is like casually getting 50% runs every single stream. It's like, oh, I'll get there soon. Well, not soon. I don't want to hype you guys up. You know, give me like a few months, and then maybe I'll get my first 50% run. Do you think I could do it by midsummer? I don't know, but I'm kind of tight on time playing every end. Like when it turns to April, I need to start, you know, looking for a job. I'm gonna be done with college, and it's like, you know, oh, time for employment, you know, that kind of deal. And I want to try to get this done before that, but I don't know if I can. Too early? Fuck, dude, that was so early. Oh man. Oh, that breaks my ma's heart. No gabagool for me. God dang it, that was so early. Holy crow. That was a good run though. Hey, I don't have many runs that go that far. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. 67 to 88 times 3. I've done that 3 times. God damn. Hey, nothing to complain about though. That's actually, I think I'm sorting it by 21 for some stupid reason. So let's go by 20. Let's make this 18. You know you're getting better when you have to adjust these things a lot. Here are all my blitzer attempts. Oh yeah, it doesn't show 37 by the way because I didn't have mods when I did the attempt. You can obviously check my VOD. It did happen. Actually, I think I can add it, right? What? Wait. Wait. So add. Is that how you add a run? How do you like add a run? Oh. Yeah. So I had a 37 run, and I think I had another 25 death. I think I had 25 and then a 27 death. I'm just gonna add these for my own stats. Yeah, these are pretty solid runs. And then I had another I had a 23 to 50. I remember. So I think, was that my first time doing 2350? Oh my god, look at these 23 runs. This is so stupid. Look at this shit. 23 to 46, 47, wait, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 55. Oh my god, dude. Wait, getting 50% is like literally the last one I needed to die in every single percent in like fucking, what's it called? Into Pesta's part from 23. It's beautiful. Hello, the real Vipers. My job is YouTube. I would want to be a YouTuber, but it's not sustainable income right now. I don't even make a minimum wage job. I'm not even close to a minimum wage job. I make an average of $2 a day. Like, that is not a sustainable income that I can consider a job. That's the worst part. Like, if I made minimum wage from YouTube, like, literally bare minimum, like $7.50 an hour, then I'd probably continue doing YouTube. But I make $2 a day, that's not gonna cut it, you know? I'd love to be a YouTuber for y'all, but, you know, I need to do things within reason. Especially because, you know, I'm not young. A part of me wishes I started doing YouTube earlier. I mean, actually, I technically did, but, you know, I didn't really post stuff. I wasn't, like, actively that engaged. I used to stream Celeste on Twitch, but obviously that clearly wasn't enough. Where's my Sayo? It's right here. I only use the Sayo for fast-paced levels. No! Oh, are you serious? Why? Oh, why did I mess that jump up? Oh. Oh, and every jump in 94 to 100, that's the one I fail at. Oh. Oh, that's so heartbreaking, dude. No one dies to that. Oh, I know what I did wrong, though. I fucking aligned myself with the beginning for some reason. I'm supposed to align myself with the end of the middle block. Oh, fuck. Holy crap, though. It didn't get added yet because I haven't died. Oh. I know I even passed, like, the jumps that I know would get me. But you know what that means? That means we're so close to it. That means we're so close to the goal already. I don't care if I don't get it today. The fact that I made it from 67 to 95 is something to be happy about. That's my longest run, I think, at the end of the level so far. Oh, dude. Dude, I'm doing really good at Starkey's part today. Hello, Stefan. Adamitsky? I don't know how to read that. I'm really sorry. I really apologize if I butchered that name. Here you got. Oh, so if you read the description of the video, Chesburger, he got that like a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago. He got that like 2 weeks ago or something. It's Polish. Okay. Nice seeing you two get clean progress. Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm way behind. His skill level is way above me right now. I'm just trying to catch up, you know? Because I went on my 3-month hiatus, or more like a 2-month hiatus. Actually, was it even 2 months? I don't even think it was 2 months. I don't remember. Dude, I don't even remember how long my break was. I'm gonna change it to 88, I think, because I'm getting pretty decent runs all the way to 80. So let's change this to 85. Let's change this to 88. Also, give me 1 second. I need to check on something. All right, there we go. I apologize. Do you guys want the heart rate monitor today? What are you guys thinking? You guys want the heart rate monitor? You guys want to hear my heartbeat? I'm gonna go pee real quick. So when I come back, I want your response. I'm back. Low key heart rate monitor would be good. Oops, I accidentally messed with my camera. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to poke you like that. All right, I'll get my heart rate monitor set up because you guys want to see my heart. You guys want to see my heartbeat. You guys will also notice that I have a resting like 200 heartbeat, so don't worry about it. Just kidding. It's not. It's not 200. My resting heart rate is really high though, so it's probably at 100 right now if I'm gonna guess. I'm getting it set up right now. Hello, heart rate monitor. There you are. Yeah, I have a bad resting heart rate. I might want to get it checked out. That's because I'm hyperactive, bro. I don't like sitting still. I think I have restless leg syndrome. Like, my legs actually start to hurt if I just sit in the same position for an extended period of time. And by extended period, I mean like 30 minutes. You skip the ad? Good, good. I don't like it when YouTube makes you watch like 30 seconds of fucking ads that are unskippable, you know? Stupid. Especially during live streams. I know I'm kind of a hypocrite for putting ads on my stuff, but while saying that, but like, if I want to try to be a YouTuber, I can't do it for free, unfortunately. If I have enough, like, I think if I had memberships and stuff, I'd turn off ads. If I had like plenty of memberships and shit, I wouldn't care about ads. I mean, it's like passive income, but at the same time, I care more about the viewership experience. So I think if I got big enough to where I had a good amount of like monthly memberships, then I'd turn my fucking ads off. I keep donos and stuff, but you know, I think if there's enough people that support me to where I could live my life doing YouTube, which is, I don't really want to live an expensive life either. I am totally content with living in an apartment my whole life, eating fucking frozen chicken nuggets. That would be kind of a sad life to some, but to me, I'm happy. I get to eat chicken nuggets all day and play Geometry Dash. Just kidding. I'd do a lot more than that. I wouldn't be that lazy. That was early. You're gonna make a challenge? Okay, cool. I don't know what it looks like. All you said was the song and that you're gonna make a challenge, so... Okay. Like, I can't really give that much input on it. Like, go make it. That's my opinion on, like, the whole, I'm gonna make insert level here. It's like, go make it then. There's so many people that make, like, the claim, but they never do it. So, be the person that follows through, you know? Be that guy that actually does make a top 10 challenge with the song you want. Don't be the whole, I'm gonna make it and then like give up after one day. Because I hate it when people come into my chat and they're all like, I'm making an every end inspired level. It's like, make it. But they don't, you know? They never do. And when they say every end inspired, all they mean is fucking, hey, it's got cube in it. Like, wow, every end, so much, you know? I'm making an every end inspired level. It's Stereo Madness, but it uses the every end music. It's like that type shit, you know? No! Why do I die at that jump so much? Oh, bro. That sucks. Well, my heart rate's up. I gotta play this part, though. I gotta work on calming my nerves here, you know? That sucks to die, too. But hey, I'm getting from 67 to 88 a good amount. I am not mad at that. Ugh. 160. I'm telling you guys, I have a crazy fast heartbeat. Like it got like, you just wait until you watch me play from 0 and it get to 23%. It probably goes up to like 180, like dead ass. But everyone, like, I don't know if it's that bad. People are acting like a lot of people in chat are concerned about it. But like I read online, it's like it's a 180 is a high heart rate, but it's not like anything to worry about, you know. If obviously if your resting heart rate is over 120, then that's when you should probably be worried about something. But I think my heart rate's fine, all things considered. It's just I'm a very nervous person. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do 88 to 100, by the way, and then we'll go back to 57. What do you think if I made a wave and ship challenge? Do it. The background is the hardest part of making level. I'm gonna be honest with you. As someone who has been trying to learn how to make levels, I still suck, by the way. Don't even try to ask me for like good level suggestions. But I agree with you. I think the hardest part is really like, because I think block design is something where you're in a very confined space, you know. When you're making a block design, you're only working within a specific area. That might bring some limitations, but also it's like, you know exactly kind of the shape and the idea that you have with the block design. The background, on the other hand, it's like you have infinite space to work with, and it needs to match with the block. You need to make the most of the time the background moves, you know. Static backgrounds are not really a thing anymore, unless it's just the basic background. Come on, let's not die at this last frame perfect. Perfect. Hello, Snorlax. I know to make the every end background, it's just the garage opening. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Like the, here, let me show you. Do you mean like this opening back here? Yeah, I can't imagine that. I suck at building, so I'm good for you that you're even trying that, man. Like, it's awesome to see, you know, you're pushing yourself to do things like that. So good. Especially the fake background. That's why every end has so many objects, because of the background. Like, this level would run so much better if the background wasn't... I mean, obviously, I don't know how they would optimize it, so I'm not, like, trashing on them, but, like, I wish every end had so much less objects, you know? Because that would make the level run so much better, so I wouldn't have to be a whiny little baby when it comes to, like, frame rate and stuff. Hold on. Where is the turn on stuff? So I could show the cheat indicator. Where's best? Where's like runs? Isn't there like a run one? Oh, best run. And then I don't use percentage, I use FPS. Where do you think Orbit will be placed? I have no idea. It looks like it'll be top 20, maybe. Like from a visual standpoint. That being said, Zoink has made progress on it extremely quickly. I know he's literally the best player, by the way. But like, I think that tells me that it's probably gonna be in like the at least top 50. But I don't think it's that. I think people are kind of making it seem like it's way harder than it actually is. It does not look like top 10. It looks like top 20. Like, I'd say 20 to... Actually, Chesborger said it perfectly. Like, 20 to 13. I think the only reason why... Like, I think one of the biggest debates is Orbit harder than every end? Because every end is kind of always in those discussions whenever a level comes out that's in, like, the top 20. Because every end is like the most polarizing level. I feel like every end is very high on Pointer Crate. It should probably move down a couple spots on Pointer Crate. I think demonlist.org kind of has it in a good spot at around like 15. But like that like I think every end really kind of puts a pin in the whole Orbit placement. Also, let's hope RobTop race it quickly, you know. So I think from a visual standpoint, Orbit looks like it would be easier than every end. Keyword visual standpoint. I've never played Orbit, but I'm gonna judge it. I'm judging a level that has not been released yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was placed above every end, because I think every end is eventually going to have a fall from grace. You know, I think every end is eventually going to move down like 3 or 5 spots. It's inevitable. As more people play every end, the level will has kind of lost its difficulty, especially with CBF and higher FPSs being a thing. The cube has gotten a bit easier. Although, I'm gonna be honest, CBF does not make every end that much easier. I don't know if Plus or Minus can chime in here. He's a Victor. But I don't think CBF makes every end that much easier. I think because of frame alignments and cube shenanigans, I actually think every end is like similar in difficulty when you have CBF versus 240 FPS. It doesn't really make the cube easier. It just makes your cube jumps a little more accurate, I guess. But that also means the accuracy in which you could die increases. Eric Van Wilderman said it the best, where it's like, you have, like, CBF unlocks new ways to pass parts of levels, but also new ways to die to parts of a level. You know, very, very cool kind of explanation there, and it makes sense. Of course I glaze EVW. I am an EVW glazer. He's my favorite GD YouTuber, and it's not even close. I wish I was as good as EVW. I like strive to be as good as him. Which might seem weird because he's not like a top player, but I want to be as good as him. No difference but the 27. Would you say the 27 click is easier or harder with CBF? Because the 27 click looks like bullshit. Do you realize the level you're playing right now? You're kind of missing the point. Eric Van Wilderman has multiple levels that are way harder than my hardest. Look, I know EVW is not like, holy shit, top player, everyone needs to look at him. Keep in mind, he has Sonic Wave, Yatagarasu, and Erebus under his belt, which are top 300 levels. My hardest is gonna drop to 700 soon. Like, I am not even close to his skill level yet. I know I can get there. But as I've said before, just because I beat every end doesn't necessarily mean I'm a good player. In terms of skill, by the way, not like GD knowledge. Like, I want to make that abundantly clear. I can beat every end, but I will, like, blow my brains out playing Sonic Wave, even though Sonic Wave is considered significantly easier. You get what I mean? My skill set is going to be so skewed towards cube timings. And in my opinion, when I judge someone based on how good they are, it's based on how good they are as an all-around player, which is what makes players like Zoink and Popoff so good, is that they're not like carried by anything, they're just fucking good at everything, you know? I, on the other hand, am only really good with like cube timings and, you know, some other, you know, game mode timings, but that's it. I'm not good at spam, not good at the wave, not good at, you know, not that good at straight flying. I'm like middle of the pack straight flyer. I can't do silent club step straight fly, but I can straight fly, you know, within a 1 block gap. I'm basically cube carried. But that's why I say I want to be like Eric, because he's like a consistently good player at like in the 300 range of demon level difficulty. And also he's beaten a lot of levels that I wish I could beat. Like I wish I could play fucking Sonic Wave. Am I gonna play Sonic Wave? Nope. Because I'm bad at the wave. I know the only way to get better at the wave is to play wave levels, but I think if I wanted to play a wave level and get better at a wave, I would not pick Sonic Wave. I'd probably do Auditory Breaker first, because I think that's technically harder than Sakupen Hell. I've already beaten Jawbreaker. I've beaten all of the like all the popular 9 Circles levels, you know, 9 Circle, Jawbreaker, Fairy Dust, Paracosm Circles, Poltergeist. Nah, you're good, you're good. I am a wave crippled player. I say that, actually, I can't say that anymore. I'm actually pretty solid at the wave, all things considered. But I feel like my wave skill level is below what I want it to be. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even get 2% in Slaughterhouse, like, in the wave specifically. I've been trying to practice the Slaughterhouse wave, and dude, I don't know how people do that shit. They are, like, literally cheating. Not actually, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous that anyone can fucking do Slaughterhouse wave. Yeah, just 4 times speed, and you have to, like, you know, wiggle your way through a 2-block gap. Have fun. I wouldn't say I beat Acropolis easily, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, a Poltergeist. I'd say I beat Poltergeist in a pretty standard way, you know. I'd say like most people that were at my skill range, if they played Poltergeist, they would take as long as I did. Damn it. Oh, I know Auditory Breaker sucks too. Let's play a different part of the level. I think I have had my share of the ending. Let's play a little bit of the... Let's play earlier. Let's play the middle of the level. I need better runs at the middle of the level. Sorry about that. I know Auditory Breaker is literally just Sonic Wave, but you can see things. But like I don't know. I would only want to play it because, you know, I wanna feel like I'm actually playing Sonic Wave without actually playing Sonic Wave. I'll admit that's the only reason I like it. Damn it. Go for whatever you want. Yes, I had to make that sound, by the way. Oh, I went so far into that. Ugh. Auditory Breaker is Sonic Wave, but every choke point is super nerfed and more visible. Yeah, pretty much. But I think that's why it's a... Oh my god. I think that... What? Sorry, I technically have a cold. Yeah, but that's kind of what I meant by like it's just Sonic Wave, but you can see things. I obviously was not specific enough about it. I know it's just pretty much every end, but no, it's Sonic Wave, but easy. Oof, too late. Oh, that frame perfect is gonna scare me now. 37 is scary, guys. That's where I died. That frame perfect is yuckers. Because you can't, like, there's not a great lineup for it. You just kind of have to go by eye. It's consistent, though, you know. Like, that's exactly how I died, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's a consistent kind of spot that you know where to jump. It's just about being, you know, on top of it, which I clearly am not, as you can see. You're gonna have to decide that yourself. You shouldn't have other people decide what your new hardest is gonna be. Just play the levels you want to play. Man, I miss when beating Joxy's part was exciting for me. Now it's just like a day in the motion. Now it's just like a, you know, a day with every end. Like that's a normal thing for me to do. Like what I really need to do is I need to lock down Joxy's part, Joxy and Nepesta together, which I should have, honestly. I just think I don't play this run enough, you know. There's a lot of runs in this level that I really... It's weird that I haven't played them as much as, like, you'd think. Like, I almost never do runs from 33. I almost never do runs from 41. I absolutely never do any runs from, like, fucking 50. Well, actually, I remember trying to do runs from 50, but I gave up because at the time I was just terrible at... you know, Koreacore's part. Now I feel like I'm a bit better at it. I think what I want to do now is I need to lock in 33 to 55 in like one run. It's a weird, doesn't seem like a cool, I mean, it's a pretty short run compared to my longest runs, but it is a run that I think I really need to bag. It's a run that I need to get very consistent at. Because now that I've gotten past Blitzer, it's time to lock in the next third of the level. I've gotten the first third down. Now we need to get 33 to 67. Which I think, that's why I think my absolute limit right now in every end is like 63 or 61% from 0. Because I just don't have a lot of practice from Joxy to... I mean, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever made it from Joxy to... to Starkey. Let alone have I even made it from Joxy to like the second half of Kermal? I don't even think so. I'm being weird with these jumps again. I'm surprised I didn't die to that jump, though, in my run from 0. I feel like I would have died to one of those. So early on. See, I think I can still die to the staircase. I'm not that good at it. Well, actually I am, honestly. Again, it's like the little things that help keep my brain steady. Not a lot of people can do that. Staircase, like first try. Who dies there? I do, apparently. Let's we'll do it backwards. Let's lock in 41 to 55. How do you have Mega Hack? Oh, downgrade. Dude, my brain just farted and I already forgot the lineup at 42%. I don't know what happened to me. I gotta relearn that shit. I just realized I've been eyeballing those jumps, not lining them up. Dude. Really? Those jumps are hard. I don't care. I don't care. Those jumps are fucking hard. Those are like the jumps I'm okay with dying to. I mean, obviously I'm not okay dying anywhere, but like, I will sit there and be like, you know what? It's 61%. I'm glad I got past other hard jumps. Let's not linger on it. The fact that we even got there is something we should be proud of. Dude, I don't know why I'm jumping so early there, or late there. I should be better at that jump. I don't know why I'm dying to it. Orbit is not going to be an easy extreme, I'm pretty sure. Literally, people are talking about the version that you think is like nerfed, the easier version. People are talking about that being top 30. Orbit is not an easy level. And keep in mind, when Zoink says easy extreme, that literally just means like top 150 at least. Tidal Wave's not a good one because I think he really suffered with Tidal Wave. Like Tidal Wave and Nullscapes, I think he still thinks are hard. He'd consider a level like Slaughterhouse easy. Like, I think Tidal Wave is kind of being swept under the rug because, you know, Amethyst, TS2, Flame Wall. Tidal Wave is still really fucking hard. Like, unfathomably difficult for people like me who just haven't even gotten to, don't even have a list demon. But, you know, most people already know that Tidal Wave is stupid hard. There is absolutely no way I just died to that. There's absolutely no way that I just didn't hold there. Which is all you're supposed to do, by the way. Like, after that jump, you do like a little jump and hold. I didn't even jump. My brain is fried right now, I think. Maybe it's not a good idea to keep playing when I have a cold. This is the craziest jump in history. It's technically, I think if you want to go by numerical, it's technically higher than Bloodbath to Zodiac. Although keep in mind at the time Zodiac was top 1. But numerically speaking, yes, it's a bigger jump than that. Difficulty-wise, maybe. Because I think Bloodbath, I think, translates into Zodiac gameplay better than Sakupen Hell translates to every end. Not saying my run is bigger than Zoink's, by the way. His jump is insane. Because remember, Zodiac is top 1 at the time. Whereas I'm jumping to a top 10 level. Oh, I hate that jump, bro. That's my least favorite jump in Kermal's. That's the second time I've succumbed to it. Man. I need a better indicator for that jump. I don't know if plus or minus is here, or Kiru even. The second jump at 61, the second frame perfect, I don't have a good lineup for that. I just kind of go for it. I need a more consistent strategy for that jump. Really? that fucking blows. You click mid-air between the first and second jump? Oh, I see. So you kind of like do a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing almost instead of like a 1, 1. I can kind of hear it. Am I crazy for thinking that the second jump at 61 is harder than the fucking 63 jump? I think I've gotten the 63 jump so well now. Even though I use an indicator that you and Kiru fucking give me backlash for. No way. Would you say Zoink's statement is accurate? This is the most unreasonable level ever? I get where he's coming from. And I think that opinion isn't wrong because everyone has their own opinion on every end. Every end to me is one of these levels where it's like, it's a bait level. Everyone looks at every end and they're like, I could do this, you know? Every end looks easy. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, some of these parts look free. Like you guys are looking at me just hold and you're like, all you're doing is holding, you know? But it baits you because when you actually play every end, those holds and shit are bull crap. A lot of the jumps that I'm doing right here are like bullshit to learn when you first like start playing every end. Especially that jump that I keep dying to. Every end can be... I think Mindcap, his goal was to try to make a very... what was it? Like a level that anyone could pick up and play. But a lot of people misinterpreted it as, oh, he wanted to make a level that you could pick up and easily play. No. The goal is to make it so anyone could play every end, but no one wants to. That's kind of where, that's my opinion on every end right now, is that everyone thinks they can play every end. Everyone looks at every end and says it looks easy. I'm even with you there. Then you play every end and you want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. You know what I mean? It baits you. Like all these jumps and holds, that it's like, oh, he's just jumping and holding. He's just jumping and holding. Compared to like, let's look at Slaughterhouse, for example. You're doing 4 times speed wave shenanigans, you know, insane shit. But you don't realize that when you play every end, you're doing 7 minutes of jumps that make you want to cry. Like half these jumps that I'm just getting past every time are because I have tens of thousands of attempts on every part of this level. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm jumping, so of course I'm going to spend thousands and thousands of more attempts on this level than like your average good player. But like I think Mindcap did what he wanted to do. It's just everyone misinterpreted what accessible means. Accessible means you can access it and play it, not beat it. You know what I mean? Everyone can play the cube. The gameplay is slow. You can see the jumps that are coming ahead, you know? It's accessible. You don't need super fast reaction time and click speed to play this level. But you need to be good at the game to play it. It's also just a really cool level. And yeah, macroing this level is baloney, by the way. I've heard that macroing every end is the worst experience ever. A lot of people just... I've heard people do speed hacking just to make it so it works. Some people have to, like, fucking adjust the macro manually. Because, you know, every end has, like, a little bit of desync and frame alignment bullcrap. I know some people that did it in parts as well, where instead of just doing a full run, they did like each section individually to macro it. So like they weren't even macroing, they technically had to time stuff, you know. They had to like wait till they got to 23% and then they would activate the other macro. Like, ugh. Then again, it's probably the same thing for Flame Wall. Flame Wall is almost 7 minutes long. Doesn't that desync? No. They walk through the level, like frame by frame, and then start different macros and then record it, you know? It's really weird. It's really weird. I don't know. That's probably not the best way to do it, but that's what they did.
Enrique!
Dude, I hate that jump. There's a lot of jumps in Kermal's part that I still hate. I'll get used to them eventually, but fuck that jump, bro. What is that, 65 or something? Jump at 63, 65, and 61. Dude, the odd numbers after 60%, they suck. 67% has the fucking weird-ass Starkey jump. 69% has another weird-ass Starkey jump. 71 has a stupid-ass jump. 73, I'm gonna be honest, isn't really much. 75, not much. 77, nothing much. 79, serve frame perfect. Dude, the odd numbers suck in this level. I died at 37. You know, Blitzer's part has 23, 25, 27, and 29. Like, Joxy has 37. Dude, the fucking odd numbers suck in this level. The only, like, exceptions, even 5%, 120 hertz frame perfect. I guess 94% is an even number jump that sucks. 68 is kind of annoying. The jump at 99 too, good catch. Oh no! Are you serious, dude? No way! No! Really? Oh my god. Simmons strikes again. You're right, dude. Isn't that exactly the jump he died to as well? Holy crap. Dude, I just pulled that run out of my ass. That is my best run from 55. My previous best was 82. Too early. I already knew that was too early. I don't even need to do that jump. My heart rate did not reach over 200, unless one of you anyone else here can confirm. I'm pretty sure it only went up to like 180, because I think I maxed out at like 180. Yeah, see, 170. 200 means I literally need to go to the hospital, bro. Now I need to remember, don't disrespect the jumps at 87 and 88. Those jumps are... they'll get you. Sim has sacrificed those runs to help me learn to practice that part more. Hearing that from Zero would be fucking scary. Like hearing this part of the song, plus or minus, I think I'm gonna die. I think I would die. Even from 50%, like I was fucking scared. I was scared beyond belief. Because normally, when I get past Kermal's part, I die at 71, 79, or 71 or 79. I mean, I died at 82 twice. That's because I didn't know how to do those jumps, and then I took one of Kiryu's strats, although I think it's a general strat, not Kiryu's. I learned a new strat at like 82% to make those jumps way easier. I know. Like hearing 88 to 100 is so surreal. Because like 88 is kind of like the whole joyful, you're coming towards the exit, and then once you hit 94, it just quiets down as you're about to close the journey, you know. 88 to 94 is like the whole running around in the open field, and 94 to 100 is laying down in it, you know. I know that's kind of corny to say, but I genuinely feel like that's the best way to describe the feeling you get when you hear that fucking part. Was terrible to bot. Oh yeah, the random stuff, obviously. And you fluked it, didn't you? Plus or minus, you never died to 88 to 100. I thought you didn't have any like terrible deaths. Yeah, you didn't die there. You're one of the lucky victors. As you know, though, I think as we've seen, it's a 50-50. You're either someone that's gonna die in the 90s or you're someone that's not. I am praying to God that I am not one to die in the 90s. Because I am probably one of the most inconsistent every end players. Because I just gain consistency and then lose it sometimes. It really sucks. But that's because I'm not experienced with extremes, which is really fucking also surreal to me. This is my 4th extreme demon. Yes, I've only beaten Cataclysm, Bloodbath, and Sakupen Hell. That's it. And yes, plus or minus is the 5th every end victor, I'm pretty sure. I think you were the 5th or the 6th. No, you were 5th. What was my hardest before Cataclysm or Bloodbath? So here's the exact order of hardest levels. It went, my first hard demon ever was Dance Massacre. Then I played Ditched Machine, but I think Dance Massacre's harder. And then after that, Windy Landscape, Necropolis, Bloodbath, Sakupen Hell. That's my order of hardest levels. I beat Cataclysm after Bloodbath. So yeah, I've only beaten 1.9 hell-themed demon levels. Or extreme demons. This is every end is going to be my first non-hell-themed extreme demon. No! Ah! I hate dying like that. Oh, I hate being a fucking. I need to lock the fuck in on those parts, dude. Ah. Oh. You want to know what fucked me up there? I'm gonna go through my mind here for you guys. So, at 84%, those like weird that like weird triple click that you have to do that you probably hear me do. I did the first jump super early, and you could hear in the second jump I did a big delay there, and I thought I was gonna die. Third jump, I'm surprised I was alive, so I just buffered a click, somehow made it, and I was like, how the fuck am I still alive? That was running through my head, and then I didn't focus on the next jump, and I just choked. Ugh. By the way, that's my biggest like consistency issue. Is that if I don't do things exactly how I want myself to do it, I get a little boggled. You know what I mean? I noticed that at 8% in Mindcap's part. Like I noticed that I kept dying to the 9% jump and it was pissing me off. And then I finally realized it's like there's only like 2 timings that I need to remember in my head instead of, you know, just kind of eyeballing it. So like what I do at 8% is this really weird, I quickly look at where my cube lands after doing the 8% jump, and then that tells me when to do the 9% jump. I have weird ways of gaining consistency at parts. No way. I feel like Future Funk has turned into the new 9 circles. Everyone plays Future Funk. Also, nice job on Forest Temple. That level is buns and hard as crap, as hard as hell. If you could beat Forest Temple, you can lock down some insane demons, just saying. Do you guys think GD Brainrot will make a short about me if I beat every end jumping from Sakupen Hell? Probably not. He doesn't target niche creators. Although I do remember Secret Way was once in one of my streams. He was in my Bloodbath stream once. Or he was in my post-Bloodbath streams. The only big names I've ever seen in my streams are, I guess, you know, I'm gonna count you plus or minus because you're an Evran Victor. I've had Pop Off raid me. I don't think he said anything in chat though, but he raided me. And Secret Way came into my chat once, like twice actually. Second time he just kind of said hi, you know. And I think that's it, honestly. Not a lot of big names know me. It makes me wonder why Kiryu's not known as well. While he's not here, obviously, I can talk about these things. Like, he's a mod for Dorami, Zoink, and fucking, I think he's a mod for Pop-Off too. It's like, I'd expect him to be a little more, his name to be tossed a bit in the community. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm tripping balls. I'm throwing you with those big names, dude. You're an every end Victor. Let me be proud that I have someone that's good at the game in my chat, okay? Yeah, I'm surprised that Kiryu isn't as big as he is, you know. He's a much better player than me. He's got way more progress at every end than me. Motherfucker can play Grief. Kiryu practices Grief, bro. Like, dude is cracked. I worry he has the same confidence issues as I do. Where he doesn't think he's, like, good enough, when in reality, like, he is a good player. Really good player, honestly. unlike me, I could see him playing other top 10 levels. I look at myself and I'm like, brother, I'm lost. This is the only top 10 level I could even imagine playing. Well, no, he's not playing it like and streaming it. He's not streaming himself making Grief progress. Many people have a Grief copy. I have a copy of Grief. I don't play it though because I'm not good at the game. Like you could just look up Grief copyable and get a copy of it. You're not allowed to stream it though, unless he gives you permission. That's the key thing. He doesn't stream Grief, he just plays it. Hella underrated stream. What do you mean only 12 viewers? 12 viewers is a lot for me. Now you just made me nervous and I hate you. I'm kidding. I'm a very small streamer, okay? Obviously I want to try to be with the big leagues, but there's no way. I'll keep trying though, you know. I'm not gonna give up unless something happens in my life, which unfortunately might happen soon because, you know, I need a job. You can't live in this country for free. Now it's 10 viewers. Great. Now they're all leaving. It's your fault. I don't really look at the viewer count, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I know what you mean, by the way. I know what you mean, Slayer. I did not take it as an insult. I'm just playing around. I obviously want more viewers too, but I can't force anyone to watch my streams. And you know, I've got my own set of issues as a streamer. I tend to get angry. Not angry, but more, I get moody, you know? Like you probably haven't been here. There are some days where I just play really shit in Geometry Dash and I just am in a really bad mood, you know what I mean? And it's not good. I need to overcome that. Am I live on email? Blaze, I'm gonna kill you. I'm so bad at that jump now all of a sudden. Let's do 67. Let's get the start from 67. I can't imagine playing Blade of Justice, dude. I'm gonna be honest, the beginning of Blade of Justice really just isn't for me. I think Blade of Justice, honestly, I think Blade of Justice. It made me open my eyes and realize the kind of gameplay I like. Not saying Blade of Justice is bad, by the way. It's just giving that as an example of it's just not for me. I think I just like slow, kind of methodical feeling levels. I know it's weird saying that with Bloodbath and Sakupen Hell, but if you actually play those levels, you'll notice that there's kind of like a really weird flow to them. Especially Sakupen Hell. Like, I know everyone complains about Sakupen Hell Wave, the fucking transitions in Sakupen Hell suck ass, but like, Sakupen Hell is actually a really solid flowing level, honestly. When you practice it, it actually is really satisfying to play. Once you learn the stupid transitions and shit. I wish the transitions were better. That would make the level much more flowy. But it's honestly, you get into like a good flow with that level. Bloodbath, maybe not as much, but Bloodbath again is like everything is sight readable, everything is very easy to pick up, you know exactly what's coming, you know, and you know how to do it. And it's just got a great song. Blade of Justice is just in that weird case where it's like, you would think, oh, it's got a good song like Bloodbath, you know, it flows pretty similarly to Bloodbath, but it just didn't. It's kind of weird. I don't know if anyone can kind of like help me point out why Blade of Justice just isn't it for me. I genuinely think it's just because some of the gameplay is like hard to latch onto, and it's just weird and funky, but not like in the good flowy kind of funky. There's such thing as like funky gameplay that's like good, but I feel like it was the funky gameplay that's like, why does this exist? Like, I remember there's like a UFO part with a bunch of slopes. It's like, that part just sucked ass to play. The ending was just also not a good closure for the level. I feel like the closure was really bad on it. But like, again, that's what Blade of Justice helped me understand, is that I am very picky on how a level ends and begins. Like, if the level doesn't end well, I'm not gonna play it. Ironically, Sakupen Hell is a perfect example of the opposite of that, but bear with me, Sakupen Hell was an absolute peak level to play during my Geometry Dash Prime era when I played it like the most. I mean, obviously I play it the most now, but before I started streaming Geometry Dash, I was around in the time when Sakupen Hell and Bloodbath were considered like, well, like if you beat Sakupen Hell and Bloodbath, you were like Zoink back then, you know? Nowadays, everyone beats those levels. Just kidding. A lot of people beat those levels. But I love those two levels. Cataclysm I just beat because it's Cataclysm, you know? If I beat Bloodbath, I should have Cataclysm. You like blue levels. Like, you wanna, like, Blade of Justice, Sonic Wave, it's like, you like blue. I like the red levels. I mean, obviously, I think the Hell theme is way overused, by the way. We have seen enough Hell levels, but I do like the color scheme at the end of the day. It's just, you know, we need something else. Like, I like Grief and how it looks. It's another Hell-ish level, but, you know, I'll take it because it looks cool at least, you know. It's got some historic value to it as well. Slaughterhouse, I'll take it because of the song, you know. But then there's like Avernus or whatever, the fucking weird ass Hell themed level. It's like, ew. Blade of, or no, not Blade of, the Apocalyptic Trilogy, disgusting. I hope that level gets deleted. Can we just like remove it from the GD servers, please? Apocalyptic Trilogy was just the biggest letdown ever. I remember when I was first starting to stream, I looked at the Apocalyptic Trilogy and I was like, oh my god, this must be so cool. You know, it's a buffed and decorated version of Bloodbath and, you know, Cataclysm and maybe a better version of Aftermath. I watch it and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna cry. Because the Apocalyptic Trilogy, minus Aftermath, is like a really awesome series to me. And I feel like it was just a fucking big letdown to watch that level. It doesn't even look like it was buffed in a good way either. It would be cool if someone actually made a good Apocalyptic Trilogy, but the problem with the Apocalyptic Trilogy is that Aftermath is just such a bad level that, like, at this point it should just be the Apocalyptic Duo and an extension. Like, honestly, they could just make a level called Apocalypse and it's Bloodbath, Cataclysm, and then an extension, maybe the Bloodlust extension, or its own. Who cares? Maybe its own, just to make it stand out, the Bloodlust. But, like, that would be nice. I'd like to see that. Aftermath is the second best of the trilogy. Mods ban him. Kidding. Nah, Aftermath is terrible. I mean, look, it's your opinion, so I'm not gonna like tell you you can't like Aftermath. I'm glad you enjoy Aftermath. I'm glad you're enjoying levels. But like, from the perspective of me, playing that level was just the most disappointing pile of garbage ever. It's like, what even is this, dude? Buggy ass gameplay. It's buggier than Sakupen Hell, and that's saying something. Like, Sakupen Hell is notoriously buggy and terrible transitions and shit. Aftermath somehow one-ups that. And it's easier than Sakupen Hell, which is why I think it makes it so bad. Is that, like, the hardest part about Aftermath is fucking having the mental capacity to play that stupid level. That being said, Aftermath in a vacuum is like a C tier level. I'm giving it an F tier because it was supposed to be the finishing touch to Bloodbath and Cataclysm, two of the most historic levels in like GD history, and we get Aftermath. Like, Aftermath standalone is a C tier level. Aftermath, because it tried to be the sequel to Bloodbath, is an F tier. Like, does that kind of make sense? If it wasn't supposed to be the sequel to Bloodbath, it would be a solid-ish level. I wouldn't play it, but it would be like an okay extreme. Now, it's just terrible because everyone wanted it to be the new Bloodbath, and it turned out to be not even close. Like, I think Aftermath's hate more comes from the fact that people think it was a letdown as opposed to it being that shitty of a level. I think it's a shitty level even if it wasn't a Bloodbath copy, which is why I'd give it C tier, where it's like transitions are kind of bad, gameplay is meh at best. Good part of the song, that's really it though. Like, Aftermath is just a really big letdown to me. It could have been so much better, but it wasn't. And it uses like one of the best parts of the fucking song. Like, that's why Aftermath is such a big letdown. It's such a sad level to ever come out, you know. If it didn't have the pressure of being the sequel to Bloodbath, I think it would have been, you know, a little bit, it would have received a little better, but to me, it's just still a really bad level. It's like, I would rather play Cataclysm. New Cataclysm sucks, by the way. Old Cataclysm also kind of blows. Cataclysm at least stands on its own, though. You know what I mean? Like, Cataclysm, we can all agree Cataclysm has some pretty bad parts. But, like, Cataclysm actually stands out. Aftermath, it doesn't bring anything new to the table other than bullshit. Like, that's it. It's literally just like a Cataclysm copy. It's Cataclysm, but easier and stupider, almost. And Cataclysm is already kind of, like, teetering on bad level. Because Cataclysm isn't humanly possible. Wasn't made to be humanly possible, but Bloodbath was. Like, I don't know how Aftermath was just so bad. You know what I mean? Like, Cataclysm gets a pass because it's the root of it all, you know? Aftermath is not the root, it's supposed to be the final chapter. And when the final chapter is just you typing the word poop over and over and over again, the book sucks, doesn't it? So that's why the Apocalyptic Trilogy sucks, is that not only does the buffing look like a 4-year-old did it in the level, but you fucking have Aftermath in it. Aftermath fucking sucks ass. I think it just irks me. I love the Bloodbath series. You know, I love the Apocalyptic Trilogy, but there's just that one stinker in it. You know, I mean, every like series of levels has like that one stinker. So it's not like Aftermath is alone being the worst ever. there's plenty of like level series that have like a really just kind of one. Like look at the Sonic series. Does anyone really care about Subsonic? Like everyone knows Supersonic and Hypersonic. Who cares about Subsonic? Now, I'm not saying Subsonic is bad, but like no one cares about it because it's just not interesting. The Opolis series, you know, has plenty of stinkers though. That's the problem. Like what's in the Opolis series? I'm pretty sure it's only the 3. There's Heliopolis, Acropolis, and Necropolis. And I think Acropolis is the stinker there, obviously, but that's my opinion. Other people would probably not agree with that. So the Opolis series probably isn't a good one. Oh yeah, never mind. W-Cropolis is the fucking worst in the Opolis series. W-Cropolis is the absolute worst piece of shit fucking level ever, and you can quote me on this. Absolutely worst level ever. I don't care that it was harder than Bloodbath. It's stupid, it's bad, it looks terrible, it's literally peak 2.0 slop, and it's only the fucking wave. Absolutely dumbass level. Now, it should have been top 1. It should have been top 1. I'm not gonna debate that. But it's still a stupid garbage level. Like people are giving it a little too much love because it wasn't a top 1, which it should have been. But it still sucks ass. It sucks fucking ass to play. Anyone that thinks W-Cropolis is a good level, you're either wave carried or you have the worst taste known to man. You would love 2.0. You would love 2.0 levels where you don't know what you're doing and the objects just move and instantly kill you. You know what I mean? W-Cropolis is fucking horrible. It's even worse than Acropolis. I said it. Acropolis isn't even the worst. Isn't even the worst Opolis level. And I hate Acropolis. And it's not even the worst one. That's how much I hate W-Cropolis now. What's my favorite extreme demon I've beaten? It's kind of obvious. It's Bloodbath. But I'm really happy with all the extremes I've beaten. You know, all 3 of them. No way I died to that first one. Jade, I'm watching you on a microwave. Necropolis is so unbalanced. You're right. Necropolis and Acropolis are both not well balanced. But they're balanced in different ways. Like, Acropolis is first half heavy, Necropolis is second half heavy. Or no, not second half heavy, it's like middle heavy. Actually, I don't even know. Necropolis feels like it's better balanced, but obviously not like super balanced. Actually, you know what? I disagree. Necropolis is actually solidly balanced. There are multiple, like, it's just the hard parts are spread out a bit more. You know what I mean? Like, there are some parts in Necropolis that are literally just freebie. Like the invisible spikes part, that shit is literally just free. Or not the invisible spikes, but you know, this part where it's just the spikes and the orbs and the cube. Like, those parts are free. Easy. But like every other part, I feel like it had that one, it always has like that one click that was annoying, or it was just consistently weird. I think Necropolis is way better balanced than Acropolis. Acropolis is so first half heavy. Like once you got past 30% in Acropolis, you probably can get to 100. Also, Kiryu, shut up. I did it because I wanted to play every end today. I love Heliopolis though, but it looks like it's also very first half heavy. What is with the Opolis levels and making the beginning of the level stupid? Actually, except for Necropolis. Because Necropolis is the GOAT, obviously, Necropolis is just awesome. Which one was the first Opolis level? Is it Necropolis or Acropolis? What is the first Opolis level? I don't know which one came out first. I feel like it would be Necropolis. I feel like it. I'm not saying that it is. Necropolis feels older to me. Acropolis goes from like extreme demon to like hard demon. Necropolis is like consistently, I think, it has insane demon parts. It has literally like fucking can't let go level difficulty parts, but like every single level will have that one section that's like kind of a freebie. Keyword is kind of. And by kind of freebie, I mean like freebie relative to the rest of the level. Like, do you guys get what I mean? Like every end even has that. Like, I'd argue once I get more consistent, Korea Queer or like Nepessa's part is going to turn into that, where it's just kind of like filler part, where you don't really think about how hard it is, you just kind of get through it. At least that's what I feel like with fucking Nepessa's part right now. It's just filler. I think someone mentioned that last stream.
In Egypt, and what they do is, they give you the property.
We are not bringing back property in Egypt and Eye of Ra in 2026. We are leaving those in the past. How many attempts? I don't share my attempts.
Chill the fuck, but why you go on?
I don't like sharing my attempts because I'm always going to get roasted for it. Just know it's a lot. A lot of attempts. Because if you think about it, if I shared my attempts, no one's going to have anything good to say about it, even if it's a little amount of attempts or a lot of attempts. You know what I mean? Like, attempt count doesn't fucking matter. What matters is getting 100%. I could have 2 million attempts on this, and if I beat it, it's no different than someone who beat it in 10,000 attempts. At the end of the day, we both made it to 100. I'm probably going to have the most attempts, though. Actually, I think out of every victor right now, I think if I beat it right now, I'd have the most attempts, and I don't even think it would be close. Just for some food for thought on how many attempts I have. Actually, it might be close, but I think I would have the most attempts out of any victor if I just beat it like right now. Cam, that is a...
Phantom Freddy jump scare.
That was an example, not an actual person. I don't know anyone that has that many attempts on the level. And obviously, I understand that there are people that have less attempts, but most of the time, isn't it kind of weird that the people that are actually good at the game almost never shit talk you with attempts? Some food for thought for some of you. Notice how when you donate to Zoink and you say, hey, it took me 500,000 attempts to beat Sakupen Hell, they'll just say like, that's a lot, but good job, you know? Because they know it doesn't fucking matter.
Jade, you should play FNA F2 or 4 on stream FR.
Do you want me to play FNAF on stream? Brother, I don't want to have that. Like, you think you want my viewers to be the FNAF and GD viewers? Brother, I don't know if I could handle that. My humor is too brain dead, even for them, I think. One side is gay and the other is brain rotted. That is a perfect way to put it. Zoink is the kind of guy that thinks club step is harder than deadlocked. It is! It is! It is! Club step is harder than deadlocked. I will not elaborate. Anyone that beat deadlock, anyone that thinks that deadlocked is easier has never played club step on 60 hertz on the phone. It's very obvious. You guys all have your 240 hertz beating club step. Oh, so easy. I had to use a laptop that couldn't even run it at 60 hertz. It is harder. I will stand my ground. Here, club step is harder than deadlocked, and you will not convince me otherwise. You guys just don't understand. You guys weren't around. You guys weren't around when you didn't have Mega Hack and Geode, when all you could do was just use practice mode and suffer and have to deal with everything. It is harder. I still think. Deadlocked wave parts are the only hard parts. Everything else you could learn very quickly and get down. But that's it. Only the wave parts. I don't think any other part in Deadlocked is hard. Everything else is just memory, and guess what? You can use your noggin to use memory. Club step is like, fuck you. Have the hardest shit parts you've ever done in your life. Club step requires more skill.
What's a noggin?
Deadlock requires more attempts. That does not mean Deadlocked is harder. Attempt count does not equate to how hard a level is. Attempts only tell how hard it is to learn a level. And learning a level is not make up its difficulty. Club step, by definition, in my mind, if you disagree, that's okay. Club step is a way higher skill-based level. You need to use a lot of shipping skills and timing skills for club step. Deadlocked, there's not nearly as much hard timings in that. There's the hard wave, yes. That part, I would argue those wave parts are harder than anything in club step, but those are really short sections of the level. Deadlocked is learny, but not that hard. And then there's Toe 2, which is just a joke. Toe 2's by far easier than both of them. And if you think otherwise, I'm gonna skin you alive.
My mom said I'm missing one of those.
A toe? Toe 2 is the hardest. What are you on? Okay. What makes Toe 2 so hard? What makes it? What makes it hard? Are you gonna say the 80% ship? Oh, that's hard. What else? Nothing. Everything else is just memory. Toe 2 is just a memory level. The gameplay that isn't
First ship.
doesn't look first ship. The first ship is easy. The first ship is literally just almost. It's pretty much just straight fly. Just go up and down. No, that's not straight fly, but it's like you just go up, down, up, down. Like it's literally easier than the electrodynamic ship. That is not. You cannot call the first Toe 2 ship hard. Yeah, you can't see anything. It's memory. That's what memory is, everyone. But I can't name any other part in Toe 2 that like scares you.
Last
in
UFO
Club Step,
part.
all the ship parts are stupid where you switch gravity, and especially on 60 hertz. Toe 2, oh, the ship part at 80% that everyone dies at. Yeah, it's scary. What else? You can't name anything else. Because if you say anything else, it's just the memory part, and that's just, you need to remember. Like club step doesn't have like that one choke point. It's just
80%
consistently
ship is one
difficult.
of the easiest parts for me.
80% ship is one of the easiest parts for you. Lays, you're probably playing on a higher frame rate, I'm assuming, because at 60 hertz, that 80% ship is bullshit in Toe 2. You can one attempt electrodynamics, but not Toe 2. That's not
No, I'm
any.
using CBF though.
That's you're using CBF though. Well, then that's kind of it. You know, you're playing on a high frame rate because that's what CBF is technically. Don't think of it that way, but that's an intuitive way to think about it. Just because you can one attempt electrodynamics does not mean. Wait. What is your argument there? You're literally arguing that Toe 2 isn't that hard. Also, no. Oh wait, no. I see what you're saying. Nathan says Toe 2 might be easier than electrodynamics. That's cap. That's cap. Electrodynamics is the hardest insane by far, I think. You know, I think the only one that comes up close is Hexagon Force because Duel. You know, learning Duel for the first time. But no, I would not say electrodynamics is harder than Toe 2. Should electrodynamics be a demon? Maybe. I could see electrodynamics being an easy demon. The only thing that's keeping me from doing that is the beginning of electrodynamics is literally like baby's first steps. You know what I mean? Like the ending of electrodynamics with the triple speed is fuck you gameplay. But like the beginning of electrodynamics is just too easy for it to be a demon level. And I think a lot of people gloss over that. I like the whole argument of electrodynamics should be a demon. You're forgetting the fact that 40% of the level is can't let go difficulty. Or not 40%, like 20% level is can't let go difficulty. Then it gets to like, I don't know, it gets a bit harder, like turns to X step difficulty, and then it gets to stupid bullshit at the 3x speed portal, but that's it. You know, that's it. It's not demon level, I'd say. Which means Toe 2 is harder. Well, yeah, you're right about that, but that's not like, that doesn't do anything to help Toe 2. Like, good job. You can one try electrodynamics, but not Toe 2. Like, that's pretty obvious. I mean, I'm on your side there when you're talking with Nathan about him saying that, like, fucking, yeah, electrodynamics harder than Toe 2. That is a crazy take. I think the three main demon levels, they sit above all the others. And I don't think the only level that could potentially creep in is electrodynamics, but it would be easier than all three of them. Those three stand above. But Toe 2 is the easiest of the three. It's not a skill-less level, by the way. When I say it doesn't require as much skill, that doesn't mean like you can be a brain-dead GD player and beat it. You still need good skill to beat all three of them. I'm just saying that Toe 2, I think, requires more memory, which is a skill, by the way. I'm not saying it isn't. Requires more memory over anything else.
My favorite hard demon is Larga Espera.
It doesn't challenge. I feel like Toe 2 doesn't challenge you as much as the other levels. Deadlock really pushes you to be able to read like the fucking moving blocks and shit and to route yourself properly. Toe 2, it doesn't really push you, in my opinion. It just is like, hey, remember everything you've done? Now let's just do it, but a little bit harder. You know what I mean? Club Step really pushes you to get good at the ship. Deadlock really pushes you to understand moving objects, the mechanics, and to route yourself properly. Learning click patterns.
Python Twitch at.
You get what I mean? I don't want to say, I don't want to discount anyone that's beaten Toe 2. If you've beaten Toe 2, you beat a main demon level. That I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying, out of the three levels, when we want to debate which one's the hardest, Toe 2 is the afterthought. I feel like Toe 2 is not the challenging one of the most. It's just the embodiment of stuff that you've learned when you reach Toe 2. Toe 2's like, you know, speed, you know how to use the ship, I bet. Now, let's just see if you can get through this.
At Ko-fi.com/
Club Step is, fuck you, you're gonna get good at the ship. Deadlocked is, hey, 2.0 is fun, isn't it? And then you want to cry because they throw the two wave parts at you. It's kind of like This is gonna be a weird comparison, but to me, Tochu gives off the vibes of base after base. Where it's like, what does base after base serve? Like, initially I was like, it does nothing. Base after base is a nothing level, you know? Until it's like, wait, base after base is just kind of you being like, is just kind of that level. It's like, hey, you just beat the first 4 levels. Let's just like redo it one more time, just to make sure you know what you're doing. And I think that's what Tochu is. It's that kind of like, let's see if you know what you're doing in this game. Club Step is not that. It is not, let's see what you can do. It's, hey, you're gonna get good at the ship, buddy. Deadlock says, fuck you, you're gonna learn a bunch of new things when you play me, you know? That kind of thing. Totu is just, hey, remember? Speed portals, guys. Memory, X-Step, haha, you know? Ooh, wave! Like, I'm not insulting it, by the way, but that's the vibe it gives me. Totu is just a great level if you want to, like, just hone in what you've learned. Deadlocked and Club Step, I think, push you forward. Which is why I think that makes them more difficult, because you're actually pushing yourself to learn and, you know, get better at the game. Totu doesn't really do that. Lays, I'm gonna ban you. Using anonymous does not help it because you're the only one that spams Enrique. And yes, I am sorry to everyone. All right then. That was perfect. Soundboard, I love you and I hate you at the same time. I think I'm getting every ended out. I think I'm gonna end stream soon, or maybe switch gears and play something else on stream.
Fun off 2/4. I waited like 1 extra frame, bro. That's so unfortunate. I'm glad I could just do that run, though, you know? I'm glad I could just pull that run out of my ass. Like, that's a casual, almost 20% run. That's exactly what I need to start doing. I need to start pulling those out more, you know? Just do a 20% run. I mean, obviously, the goal is to get 30% runs now, because my best is 37. But I think 20% runs, getting those just consistently is good for my current level of every end skill. I think just a 20% run will suffice. FNAF 3 is obviously the best FNAF, right, guys?
I think I think FNF 3 had the most potential to be the best, but it ended up not being the best. The gameplay is garbage. I've heard, like, I've watched the Bones 5 AI breakdown videos. Come on, almost all of us here have, right? Or am I the weirdo? Maybe I'm the weirdo. But
the fact that you have an animatronic that can literally just be like, yeah, I'm just not gonna listen to what you did is bullshit. But it had the potential because I think Springtrap is the best animatronic, like, of all of them, personally. Well, obviously, I like Bonnie the most, but I think when it comes to just, like, objectively, I think Springtrap had so much potential to be, like, super cool, but he has A, the most lackluster jump scare, B, the most lackluster game in the series, and he's the only fucking animatronic you have to worry about. The other ones are just kind of, like, there. You know what I mean? I think FNAF 3 had the potential to be the best, but it just ended up not being.
I like how silly the Phantom Foxy jump scare is. He just sit there then jumps at you.
I love seeing the clips where, like, you could see Phantom Foxy on the side, and it's like the guy recording is just like looking to the side, like, oh, hey there. Like, he's just sitting there. He's waiting for you. Like, oh, it's awesome. But, like, I guess it's funny to watch, but, like, FNAF 3 is just kind of like, it makes me sad. I feel like it could have been so much more. And I think Springtrap would have been my favorite if he wasn't just constantly fucking swept under the rug. You know what I mean? He's so, like, interesting conceptually as a character in the series, and yet he's just kind of, like, there. Especially in, like, the third game, and then, like, fifth game, you know, sister location. Oh, cool, Springtrap's there. And then there's fucking Afton in the sixth game. It's like, this is stupid. What happened to the cool-looking Springtrap? Instead, we've got this fucking, like, spring Mog. He looks like he's mogging all the fucking time. It looks dumb. I hate the new Springtrap. I want old Springtrap. I have to lock in at the 37 jump. Springtrap could have given me nightmares, I think, but he didn't because the jump scare was so boring. That's why the FNAF 4 animatronics gave me nightmares when I was younger. Because I'm not saying they look scary. They're just they're way over the top. Obviously, because they're supposed to be a representation of a child's nightmare. But, like, the FNAF 4, like, jump scares were just in your face and loud. Springtrap, he just walks up to you and he's like, good day. It's like, oh, so scary. Like, you get what I mean? It's just so fucking lame, dude. They couldn't have given him, like, a menacing looking fucking jump scare. No, he just walks up and nods his head. Like, that's all he fucking does. Like, are you serious? A game known for being scary and kind of almost gory looking?
Stop reading fanfics, they are confusing you.
The fanfics? What do you mean? I don't read the fanfics, and I'm really sad that there are fanfics about children's spirits and stuck inside an animatronic, you know? That's weird. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the FNAF series, I mean, Scott did a great job, all things considered, but I think it had so much potential to be amazing, and instead we get shit like FNAF, like fucking the what is it? Security Breach, which was just a big letdown. DLC was pretty solid.
It's a reference. In a meme animation, Phantom Freddy calls Springtrap ma'am and Springtrap says that.
Oh. No way that was early. Really? First jump in fucking Nepestus part. Wait, where's Kiryu? I remember he said who fucking dies at that jump. And I told him I would die to it. I told him he owes me $50 now. Just kidding. But I fucking knew it. I fucking knew I would die to that jump. I called it. I called it, dude. I called it. I would find a way to die to stupid jumps like that. I think this is my favorite run in the level, 23 to whatever. Blitzer is just a great way to like get like used to how hard this level is, you know. Blitzer's a good kind of like just skill check, and then you get to like Joxy's part, and Joxy's like, all right, don't mess it up. Really, dude? Oh, I need to get better at that jump. I'm going not so early, but like I'm going barely too early on those. What's my favorite Mindcap level that isn't Limbo? Boy, do I have news for you. Do I have news for you. I'll give you a hint. It's a level that I really like to play. And it starts with an E. And I'll give you another hint. I am playing the level right now. No, I love every end. Yeah, I'm not being sarcastic. Every end is literally my favorite level. Mindcat level. Orbit is awesome, though. But nothing beats every end for me because I love this level. Like, yes, this level makes me want to pull my hair out sometimes, but I still love it. Orbit versus Heliopolis. I mean, obviously my top two Mindcap levels are Every End and Heliopolis, but that's because I am biased as hell. Trying to set my bias aside, I'd still say Every End, but then Limbo instead of Heliopolis. That's too late. Wow. I didn't know you could die to that. What? I actually didn't know you could die like that. What? That is actually a first. Like, genuinely, that is a first time. That is so brutal. I just mistimed the first jump. I did it too late. But I thought that jump was just like, I thought that jump had so much leeway, but apparently not. Damn. Yeah, normally that jump has a lot more leeway for me. Maybe it's just because I've been so good at it, but that time I didn't. No one to blame but myself, obviously. See, that's late. I don't like that jump, dude. Wait, I'm at the wrong section. Did you just die to a triple? That's a frame perfect, by the way. This is what I mean by every end is deceptive. Like, you look at that jump, and obviously from my standpoint, it also just looks like a triple. The jump I died to is a frame perfect. It just doesn't look like one. It looks just like a simple triple. No, that's a frame perfect jump that I died to. Granted, I went very early there. But yeah, that's a frame perfect. See, every end boggles the minds of the newbies. Nah, I'm kidding. It's so visually deceptive. Like, a lot of these jumps that I'm doing here are just stupid. Stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. Would you want to kill me if I say that I've never watched a Star Wars movie to completion?
Enrique!
The most knowledge of Star Wars I have is playing fucking Lego Star Wars on the Wii. I keep forgetting, dude. I hate, like, that run was so scuffed. You'll see so many times where I jumped in the wrong spots. And even that death kind of came from a really scuffed ass jump because I landed on the edge of one of those blocks. And, like, weirdly delayed my fall. Too late. Ooh. Swing and a miss. Oh, it was yuck, dude. That was the yuckiest overshoot that I've done, I think. I've actually been pretty solid at that triple lately, so it really kind of sucks mistiming that. What the hell am I doing? I think I've every ended out. I don't think I can play this anymore, bro. It's been like 3 hours. That's a pretty solid length stream, I'd say. And we had insane runs. Play from zero? I don't want to play from zero if I'm going to play this bad at Joxy's part. You know what I mean? If I'm every ended out, that means I'm not going to have the stamina to go far. That's the problem. That's why I'm probably going to end stream instead of going from zero. Because, like, see, if I make that mistake from zero, that would be a waste of time. Which kind of sucks. I'll do, like, I guess a mind cap run. Just to make sure I stay good at this part. Hey, Brian, there's this amazing thing you can do. You could just block him and keep talking about Star Wars. Which, by the way, I'm cool with you guys talking about Star Wars. I don't care. Just ignore him, bro. If he's annoying you. Like, there's this beautiful thing called just not acknowledging them. Why do I have to babysit the chat, bro? I'm trying to keep up my everyone, you know. I'm gonna call stream here anyways. I was gonna call it soon. You guys clearly. Why is the background white? I hate that. Ew. Ew. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later. If if you guys want, you can go to my girlfriend's YouTube channel, Fox Tismer. We might actually stream Terraria later if anyone's interested in Terraria. It's just, her name is Fox Tism, like autism, but with a fox in the front. So Fox Tismer. So we might play Terraria today. Bye-bye.